Yo, what is going on, guys? So yeah, as you saw in my last video, I did swap out the hard drive with a SSD, Samsung 860 EVO, and I also changed out the thermal paste in my Xbox One X. So basically, now I'm going to do a cold start of the console. I don't have instant on, and the console is completely off, the fan's off, everything is basically going to be a cold start. I'm going to time it with my trusty stopwatch, and then we'll see how long it takes. When it gets to the dashboard, I will stop the stopwatch and I will show the time. So let's go ahead and power it on. I'll start the stopwatch. And when it gets to the dashboard, I will pause the stopwatch, and then I will show you the time on the stopwatch. And I'm basically going to count it as on the dashboard when it shows my sign in, or it says my name and it says hello or whatever it says in the intro. And then I'll show the time. Okay. So 37 seconds to get into the dashboard. And I think with the original hard drive, the mechanical 5400 RPM Seagate hard drive, I'm thinking it's going to take around a minute 30 to a minute 25 seconds. So I think a pretty good improvement. It looks like it's about almost basically removes about 30 to 45% of the time to boot up. So next I will test out the boot up times of games, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, so now I'm going to test out the boot up time of games. So these are the current games I've installed: Battlefield 5, Doom, Forza Horizon 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Need for Speed Heat. I'm in the process of installing Madden 19 and Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a huge game to install. I do have the downloads pause in case that affects the boot up times. Then we're going to first test out Forza Horizon 4, and I'm going to use my trusty stopwatch, which is at 0 now. Probably hard to see, but it's at 0. And then we'll see how long it takes. So once I start the game and push A on the controller, I will start the stopwatch. So here we go. And when it basically loads the splash screen, I will show you the time on the stopwatch, and then we'll see how long it takes to boot up to actual playing the game. So it looks like it took about, I would say, 35 seconds. So let's go ahead and push A. I'm just going to stop the stopwatch and restart it for how long it takes to start the game from pushing A. So let's push A. And again, start the stopwatch from 0. And then from the moment it lets me basically play the game, I will stop the stopwatch and we'll see how long it took. Okay, that was pretty quick. Definitely faster than the mechanical hard drive. So let me go ahead and stop the stopwatch. And let's see what we got here. Try to focus. Forgive me for these bad angles. About 24 seconds, so not bad. I would say it's a pretty fast boot up time. So next we'll try the next game. The next game I'm going to test out is Grand Theft Auto 5, which is a game that does take a long time to load on the mechanical hard drive. And we'll see how long it takes on the Samsung EVO 860. And I'm going to push A and start the stopwatch. And by the way, ever since I changed the thermal paste in Xbox One X, it's whisper quiet even when playing games. So it definitely makes a difference in quiet down the fans. Okay, so we're at the main loading screen. Looked like it took about 37 seconds, which is pretty good. Definitely faster than the mechanical hardware. And then when it gets into the game where it could show the actual character, I will show you the time on the stopwatch. I'll stop the stopwatch and show the time. So far, pretty good. Okay. Forgive me for the terrible lighting here. But it took exactly 59 seconds to boot up into the screen to play the game, so not bad. Okay, so next I'll test Battlefield 5, which is another game that takes a while to load, so I'll use my trusty stopwatch and load today, and start the stopwatch. And forgive me for the lighting, it's really hard to film in the dark with the stopwatch trying to focus with the camera. I'm only filming in the dark because it's late at night and I just want the lights off. One of those late night gaming tests. I think it's like 1:30 in the morning. Luckily, I'm off work the rest of the week. I think it's because it's the holidays and stuff. So, all right. So today, to that screen, it was 32 seconds. The splash screen. And then when it lets me load up the campaign, I will pause the stopwatch when it shows the ability to play the game. You know what? That took me a while to run through those menus. I'm gonna pause it before I push load by pushing A, and then I will start it again. So let's push A and I'll start the stopwatch from 0. Because navigating the menus took some time, especially with one hand being free. So we'll see how long it takes to boot up into the game. And Battlefield 5 is a game that does take a while to load. I mean, it's got some high quality texture, especially in 4K. So we'll see how long it takes. We'll just add that time to the original splash screen startup of the game. Okay, so 29 seconds basically. So not bad indeed. Okay, so last game I'm going to test, which does take a while to load, is Need for Speed Heat. So go ahead and push A and start the stopwatch. This one does take a while to load. Now the initial loading screen actually takes, like the very start of it is very, very slow. But then once it gets to a certain point, it actually goes pretty fast. So we got into the splash screen, allowed me to push A at a pretty good record time, I'd say. It's hard to, again, film the stopwatch, but it was really fast. Yeah, so that's very fast. Now this is the screen that says it basically starts off really slow. It only gets to about I want to say this point, and then it basically will load really fast. Now with the mechanical hard drive, this takes a long time, so we'll see how fast it takes on the SSD. This seems to be 60 EVO. So right now we're at 1 minute basically. And I think it loaded the actual splash screen. I want to say it was 20 seconds, 20 something seconds, so pretty fast. So see how it kind of just jumps to the end there, so very fast. Stopwatch. So minute 19, so not bad at all. This is a cool game. This is the game I'm actually right now playing a lot of and progressing pretty good in the career. And I just like the game. It's fun. I've always been a Need for Speed fan, and since Underground, since the original Underground, and also the previous Need for Speeds like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and all the other ones that were even well before the era of PlayStation 4 and 3 and even 2. I was even playing Need for Speed on the original PS1 and also computer originally, so very fun game indeed. So yeah, that about wraps up. That's what I basically wanted to show you is the boot up time of the games with the SSD, and it's definitely a noticeable increase. So thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support, and see you guys around. And stay tuned for next video. Will be car content. And peace out. Enjoy your night. And I'm gonna probably go to sleep. It's like probably 2:30 in the morning. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.